Hey, YouTube, it's Parker Roberson over here. I'm gonna do my indie deck profile. I played Dragon Rulers and I won the event. So that's 2 regionals in a row that I won. I won Akron, then I won Indy, both with first place, both with Dragon Rulers. So yeah, this is gonna be my deck profile. So 3 Blaster, because it's a dragon. And it special summons itself from wherever it wants, period. So it's good. 3 Title. The third title's here somewhere. Because it's broken. And, well, you just play title because, you play 3 of each dragon, so, it's just explanatory. You don't really need to ask why you're playing those. And 2 of each, baby. It's just consistent. If you keep the deck consistent, it's going to be good. But it's good and powerful already, but if you just keep it consistent, it's going to be even better. And then that's what 2 babies do, because I know OCG plays 7 sometimes, or 3 sparks, but it's really not that relevant. Then you play 3 Maxi, 3 Veiler. You play 3 of each for the mirror match and for Evil Swarms to stop their searches and just stop prophecies when they search or when they activate Jowgen's effect. But mainly for the mirror because it just wins you the mirror. And 1 Corsica.
Why?
Because it gives more utility to Tempest. Tempest's second effect, or one of the effects, you can pitch Tempest and another Wind to search for any dragon in your deck, so this gives Tempest more utility, but then it also is a tuner to synchro into Crimson Blader in the mirror or other things that you want to synchro into. 3 Gold Sarcophagus to search out the dragons and then add the dragons back to hand, so it's a good card. 3 Rejues, because it lets you draw infinitely, so why not? 1 7-star sword, because it's the best card ever. Not really. I almost cut this card, considering playing none, because I side it out almost every game. But just because I keep it in because it's basically my 41st card, and it's auto sides out every game. So it's just an easy side out, and that way I don't have to. Siding isn't too hard, so just 41 is a good number. Card destruction, because it gives your deck massive plays and massive swings of momentum, because if you just opened up a whole bunch of big dragons, you can card destruct them to the grave, and since they can revive themselves, basically you got all your monsters back, so you don't neg on activating this, but then you just get a new hand to do whatever you want with. But then also, it counts for Super Juice, you can card destruction, and then if you discard like 5 dragons, draw Super Juve, activate Super Juve, that's already 5 on Super Juve at end phase, so it's pretty good. 1 super rare Book of Moon. It has to be super rare or secret rare, but preferably super. You play it just because it's really good, and it wins the mirror half the time because you can just set it, book their Big Eye, book their Dragosack. But it's also really good against Mermail, because when they marksman a card, drop Megalo, you can book the Megalo, and that's pretty big for them because they can't exceed. But then it's also good against Gaios and Ophion and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then Reborn, which I almost didn't play, but it's Reborn, so why not? Heavy Storm, because it's Heavy Storm. And 3 Breakthrough Skill. You have to play 3. Negates Ophion. This is the reason why I won all my mirrors, basically, because the mirrors that I played Lad. So I'd set this, then on the end phase, or when they attacked with Lad, I would activate on Lad. So Lad would mandatory negate, and then on my turn, I would banish it from grave, make a Big Eye, and then take their Lad, because Lad doesn't negate this card when it banishes from grave. So then, when you banish it and negate Lad's effect, Lad's going to be a 2800 attack, and you take with Big Eye. Then after you end your turn, you keep the Lad, and then you just get to negate everything your opponent does, because Lad will get its negates again. Side or extra?
Doesn't matter.
Alright, extra deck, 1 Gaia, 3 Big Eye, 3 Dracosack, 1 Mermail Abyss Gaios. This card is actually one of the best cards in the extra deck. It stops the mirror half the time because if they make big eye and try to take it, you can negate it. Then if you have a Veiler or Breakthrough or Book down, just auto wins because they can't try and ram Blaster into it because level 5s and higher can't attack. So it's really useful there, and they can't synchro and get over it. So that's really good. And the reason why 3 big eye is because in the mirror match and against water, you can have a big eye game sometimes. You just keep swapping big eyes and other shenanigans. So yeah, that's why you have to have 3 big eye. I don't play any of the rank 4s. These are the only exceeds I play. So 7 rank 8s or 8 rank 7s. Because you don't need to overlay to rank 4s like Maystroke or any of those. 1 Army Arm because you can synchro with the tokens from Dragosack, and you can equip to like Blaster and do 3,800 damage, which is a lot of damage, and it just wins you games sometimes because you can just burn through cards. Black Rose Dragon, blow up the opponent's board. It's a dragon, it's a fire, so it has multiple purposes. Stardust Dragon, it's just a dragon, it's a wind, but also protects your board because sometimes I've gone like Big Eye, Gaios, and then you can just synchro because I would take their like Megalo in the mirror or against water. And then that way I can synchro into this. That way I can protect my board if they try to pop anything, but then I also have Gaios to negate effects. So it's so really good. Scrub Dragon because it helps you pop cards and then attack for game through random face downs and random cards on board. Red Dragon Archfiend because it bumps into Redox to destroy it, which is a big thing. But then also it's a dark for Eradicator, which just gives you a better way to Eradicator your Prophecy matchup. And it's 3,000 and it's a dragon, so, you know. Then Crimson Blader, my second favorite card in the entire extra deck. The card's really good, just auto shuts down the mirror when you kill the monster because they can't really do anything their next turn. So it just says, hey, you have another turn. So yeah, it's very good. I like when my opponent makes it and then I Veiler it and then I Big Eye it next turn. It's really broken. And then lastly, my favorite card in the extra deck, Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This card does massive amounts of damage all the time. So synchro with Veiler and the 2 Dragosack tokens. Dragosack and Ancient Sacred Wyvern tagging directly is 7,300 damage. So, yeah, this card's very, very good. I've won all my Prophecy game 1s with it that I can think of. Because they can't deal with, like, turn 1 you make a Dragosack, and then turn 2 they can't deal with by turn 2, if they don't see all their cards, they can't deal with, like, 10,000 direct damage from one card. Then side deck. Triple Bandy's Fiend. A lot of people in side 2, but I side 3 to see it more, and because if one gets destroyed or whatever, you know, you like to see the extra copy because you don't want it to get like Dark Hold and then not be able to drop a second one. So yeah, just 3 is good because it helps you see it easier, and you can only side in 2 versus some matchups if you wanted to. Like I only side in 2 if I'm going second versus Dragons or Mermail. If I'm going first, I side in all 3 just because it helps you drop it easier. It's a very good card though. Opponent can't special summon, basically wins you the game half the time. 2 Electrovirus. Steal your opponent's dragons. Or machines, so steal a Dragosack, or steal their big dragons to exceed with or synchro with. Also, it's good against Karakuri, so yeah. Triple Raikou. I keep getting crap for playing this card from my friends and other people. They say Raikou's bad, but this card has won me so many games. This card's just very good. It's so versatile. You can side it in almost any versus any stun matchup. Heroes, Hunter. Evil Swarm. It's very good against Ophion because a lot of times they don't play Dress now, so you can just flip this when they attack and then destroy their Ophion. But if they do play Dress, sometimes they'll already have Save Zone equipped to do, so then you just pop the Save Zone, or you can just pop back rows and get attacks for gain with your dragons. Also it mills, so it can mill your big dragons. That way you just get free pluses from the grave. Yeah, it's a very good card. Only 2 Droll. It's really not that good of a card. It's okay against Prophecy, but I only played one Prophecy in Swiss at Indy, and I smashed at game 1 with Ancient Sacred Wyvern doing, I think it was like 21,000 damage. Shout out to Tony Meyer. And then game 2, I drolled him twice in a row, and then I eradicated him, and then we went to time, and I was like at 48, and he was at 18, and just won in time. But yeah, this card's not really that good. It stops them for a turn, but if dragon, especially in dragons, if you open up poorly, which can happen from here and there, if you open like 2 droll and like a blaster and spells, you kind of fucked. Because you can't really special summon any guys. And it just buys you a turn, and you're not really looking to buy turns at that point. You're just looking to OTK against them, and that can be a detriment. Then 3 MST. Heroes, Hunter, Prophecy. I side in 1-2 against Prophecy and 1-2 against Mermail. Because they're very good against the back row, like Rivalry or Soul Drain or whatever you want to hit. So it's a really good card. And then lastly, 2 Eradicator Pandemic Virus. Card just kills Prophecy. Just first turn Eradicator, they lose all the time. So yeah, this card is broken. Also, we have we have 2 copies of the deck, as you can see. Boom, 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 boom. With full extra decks. That's right. Feast your eyes upon these 6 Draco sacks. And 6 big eyes. Oh, look at all those beautiful cards.
Look at this Hunter extra deck over
Look at
here.
the Hunter extra deck.
Look at this
Oh my
Hunter
goodness.
extra deck.
But yeah, we have a copy up for sale. So if you want to buy a second copy, just message me on Facebook if you're friends with me or through YouTube. Bye.